Hello, Facebook. So I'm coming at you live, and I wanted to do a Monday mindset for you, because if you follow me, and a lot of people who follow me have always been like, Farron's always like, hashtag never miss a Monday, and that's kind of like my thing, like never miss a Monday. And I've heard so many people who are like not into Mondays. They're like, oh gosh, it's Monday, like Mondays suck, I don't want to go back to work. And I always get into the mentality where if you love what you do, then you love a Monday. And the people who say things like, oh, I hate Mondays, are usually like negative people. And it's like, well, what are you still doing in your job? Or what are you still doing in this unhappy place where if every Monday to you isn't an opportunity? And so I love the beginning of anything, like the beginning of a month, the beginning of a week, the beginning of a day. Like I love the beginning of anything because it's always the time to start fresh. So I think when you surround yourself with people and they're like, I don't like Mondays, like, it's Monday, boo, and you're like, you gotta like watch who you surround yourself with, because the people who don't love a Monday, like, don't love other things. And it's like, either get your act together, like you can not love like 1 or 2 Mondays, but then after that, you gotta get your shit together and you gotta be like, okay, well, like, I'm gonna start loving Mondays. Like, you should love the beginning of anything. Like, the beginning of anything, that alone is something positive. So, as I say this, I wanted to go live and give you a reason to be awesome today. And I started, right now, I like to see things. Even with sunglasses, like I can't see myself and I can't see like what's going on in my life. So hello everybody. But I wanted to give you a reason to like crush it and a reason to like have the mindset to make today flipping amazing. So if you're on, like, if you want to give me like a thumbs up or like wave to me or like say hi. But I was thinking a lot today because I'm running a group and we're just finishing up, and I'm just starting a countdown to summer, like, fitness accountability group. And so I'm like thinking about mindset for people and how to get people where like they want to be in their fitness goals, how to get people where they want to be in their mental goals, how to make people, hi, thanks for the thumbs up. So I'm thinking about like how to get people where they want to be. And a couple people always, hi Mary, people always ask me like they want to join in, to a group. And sometimes, hey Katie, hey Ashley. So a lot of times people like fail, or they think they fail, and they're like, hey, I want to join back in. Like maybe they joined, so maybe you were with me like a year ago and you just screwed up and you're like, man, I sucked at that. And you wanted to get back into it, right? And I have a lot of those people because my doors are always open. Like I'm always like, yeah, let's do it again. Like, let's do it. Like, let's commit. I love people that want to commit to something. I love people that can admit like, hey, I really sucked at that, but I want to do it. I want to try again. So, what I got into with this, and talking to people is that, like, you never fail by keeping, like, going. You never fail. And it made me think, and I want to tell you something that, something that I learned, and I'm, like, always listening to stuff and listening to positivity, and that Thomas Edison, right? And so if you don't know who that is, like, Google it. But Thomas Edison, like, was fired from his first 2 jobs. Thomas Edison was actually was unsuccessful, or some people would say failed. Thomas Edison failed, okay, or was unsuccessful inventing the light bulb 1,000 times. 1,000, okay? Like, not like 100, not like, 10 times he tried, but like 1,000. So Thomas Edison, like the greatest inventor who invented the light bulb that everybody from now on until your children's kids are going to read about this in history books, that Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. However, he failed, or he was unsuccessful 1,000 freaking times. Now, imagine if he stopped at 999. Imagine if he stopped at 800, 500, whatever, right? Imagine if he would have stopped trying to invent the light bulb all those times. Like, would it just be dark? Like, at night? Like, what? Like, it's so crazy to think about. Now, I want you to think about that. How many times have you tried to do something, but were unsuccessful? Maybe you tried, you tried an at-home business, Maybe you tried your fitness journey. Maybe you tried something that you really wanted to do in your life, okay, but you kept being unsuccessful. You thought you were a failure. You thought you were unsuccessful. You thought, wow, I failed like twice and I can't ever do it again. And I know that people are watching because I've had people, like even coaches like, I can't do this, or like, you want to get to your fitness journey, but all of a sudden you like fell off track twice and you're like, well, I can't do it. I can't do this healthy thing. I can't do it, right? Because you were unsuccessful twice, 3 times. I don't know, maybe you were unsuccessful 10 times in your life, right? But nobody has ever, you have, that Thomas Edison was unsuccessful inventing the light bulb in his journey to inventing the light bulb 1,000 times. It took him 1,000 tries to actually invent the light bulb. So you gotta let that sit in. If Thomas Edison, it takes him 1,000 freaking times to invent the light bulb, you, by all means, need to take more than 5 times trying to get to your own goals before you give up on your freaking self. Because so many people, I literally talk to people all day long, like all day long, where they try to get to their fitness goals and then, I only lost 1 pound this week, and it's like, you lost a pound, that's amazing. Or, I didn't get to my goal, so I quit. Or, I want to do what you do, Farron. And so many people will message me and say, I want to do what you do. I want to be at home. I want to do all this stuff, right? But like they try something and then they're like, oh, it didn't work. So they quit. Okay. And this could be in any goal in your life, no matter what you want to do in your life, whatever you want to do, like you cannot give up. And so many people are so willing to give up on their goals that they are not the Thomas Edisons of the world. And like, who are we going to remember? Like years and years, your kids will always remember Thomas Edison because he never freaking gave up. Okay. He had this vision. He knew he could do it. So he did it. And it took 1,000 freaking tries. He had 1,000 unsuccessful attempts. But that last one that did it, and that light bulb lit up, was all freaking worth it. So what are you going to do in your life? Like, what are you going to do in your life that you're not going to give up on? What goals do you have that you're not going to give up on? What dreams do you have that you are going, like, that you want so freaking much that if it takes you 1,000 unsuccessful times, that you are going to do it? Because a lot of people aren't willing. Their dreams aren't big enough. Their why's not big enough. The reason why they do it isn't big enough. And your goals aren't big enough that you will not give it 1,000 tries to keep going. You give up after 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. I've seen people give up after 1 freaking time. And it's like, but if you, like, I didn't hit my goal the first time, the second time. I ate pizza. I did this. I did all this stuff. But I never gave up. I kept going. Sometimes things don't work. That's going to happen. That's life. You cannot control what happens to you. You cannot control the things that happen to you, but you can control how you handle them. And you can either bow down and give up and not be Thomas Edison, or you can be the Thomas Edison of the world and you can go to your dreams no matter if it takes you 1,000 unsuccessful tries. And those are the freaking people I want on my team. So, I have a lot of Thomas Edisons on my team, and they freaking rock. So I challenge you for your Mindset Monday today is to crush it. I want you to think of, as you're turning on your light, like I'm literally looking at a light bulb right now from my garage. As you turn on the light today, as you do something today, I want it to be a reminder that you can do anything. And it might take 1,000 tries. It might take you more than you thought. There might be a lot of unsuccessful attempts, but they're not failures. Failure is when people give up and they never keep going. Failure is for people who don't believe in themselves. Failure is for people who take a couple times and they throw in the towel. You are not a failure. You're a Thomas Edison. Keep going, my friends.